So guys, what's up? And in this video we are going to talk about AI model optimization. So before going into the topic, we should have a basic understanding about how these AI models work so that we can understand what are the problems and what are the limitations which are associated with this model, and then we can find a potential solution of it. So let's get started. So first, these AI models are broadly classified into two different categories, that are the LLM models and the generative AI models. LLM stands for large language model, and these models are made to produce responses which are more human-like, or we can say that they can produce human-like text responses. And on the other hand, we have the generative AI model, and they can produce all the visual contents and the graphical contents like images, videos and voice, etc. Understanding the working principle behind a large language model. So LLM models uses the prompt which is provided by the user, and then with the help of deep learning techniques, neural networks, they will first understand what is the prompt, and then the prompt will be compared with the trained dataset on which the model is trained, and then a human response is going to be generated, or we can say that text response is going to be generated. The speciality of this model is that these models are capable enough to produce the human like responses, or they can replicate or imitate the human style of interaction, conversation, that they can produce responses which are more human like. And this is the secret behind the popularity of ChatGPT. So what are the uses of these LLM models? So presently LLM models are highly versatile and they can be used in a variety of ways. Some of the application of LLM models are, they can be useful for product description, article writing, blog post writing, writing books, novels, stories, summarizing ideas, brainstorming ideas, and it can be useful for reading and understanding any documentation. And we have sky is the limit, guys. Sky is the limit. And we have only one limitation with these models, that is we can't produce anything graphically, or we can't produce any visual contents. That means you can't produce image, video, voice, or etc. So because of it, we have the other type of AI model which are known as generative AI models. So these AI models, again same, they will use the prompt which is provided by the user, but now here the things are little bit different. The prompt which is provided by the user is going to be broken down into pieces which are known as tokens. So these tokens will be going to be compared with the trained dataset on which the model is trained, and according to which the response will be generated by the model. So we can produce a variety of different kinds of visual contents, and it can be useful for advertisement, marketing, and it can be useful for generating content for social media and gaining followers on social media. So what are the graphical contents which can be produced with the help of AI? Presently we have three different categories, that are text to speech, text to video and text to image. So in text to image, it is very simple. The user is going to provide a prompt to the model, and the model, based on the prompt, it will produce an image out of it. Best example is Midjourney. And we have text to video. Some of the companies presently provide the facility and the service to produce video based on our prompts, and it can be useful for creating stock videos, I guess. And we have at the last text to speech. So in this, as a user, if you provide any prompt or an article or a speech or any documentation, the AI model is going to read it for you, and it will provide a voiceover of it, so which can be useful for any kind of personal work, or it can be useful for creating videos. So yes, in these three fields, AI is have the mastery, and it has a full control, and you can produce wonders in these three fields: speech, video and the image. Talking about the future of development in generative AI, we have these three fields: VFX, animation and the 3D models. So presently AI model is not capable enough to produce usable content in these three fields: VFX, animation and 3D models. So as the time will pass, we will see AI models which will come into the market, which can produce exceptional quality of content in these three fields: animation, 3D models and VFX. And with the help of single line of prompts, we can produce beautiful VFX. With the help of 2-3 lines of prompts, we can produce 2 to 3 minutes of animation video. And with the help of just simple description of any place of or any creature or character for your video game, you can produce a well reached or well crafted 3D model. So yes, the development is still in progress, the research is going on, but yes, as the time will pass, we will see AI models which can produce exceptional content in these three fields. And yes, these generative AI models will have a massive impact on the entertainment industry. Again, if you go deep in generative AI models, we will see again two subdivision in it. So the first is that which are easily available on the internet, and the user can get the access to this model with the help of a web UI interface. So no problem with these models, because as long as you have an internet connection, you can access this model. But the second type of AI models which are not available on internet, which are not online, so you have to install this model locally on your computer, because they need a powerful GPU and a high-end computer to run this model. So the problem with this local AI models is that it needs a powerful GPU and a high-end computer for running this model efficiently. And if you are a beginner or you are just getting started with AI models, then you will have a very hard time in understanding and using these local AI models, because the user interface of this model is very complicated and it is not user friendly, and the installing and downloading process of these local AI models are highly sophisticated. For example, if you take Stable Diffusion, and if you have installed this Stable Diffusion on your computer, you will know that for installing this image generation model Stable Diffusion, you have to install Python, GitHub, and then using command prompt, you have to first find out the batch file, and then you have to paste that batch file into CMD command prompt, and then the CMD will install all the requirements of that model, and then you will get a local URL. So if you paste that local URL on your browser, then your Stable Diffusion will come in your system. So it is highly complicated. I just said very easily in a simplified way in only for 4 steps, but presently it took me literally 1 week to understand what is the process or how to install that model, and it took me I had a very difficult time for installing that only one model, Stable Diffusion. So there are many, we can say Stable Diffusion is one of them, and we have the ElevenLabs is another, and we have TTS pipeline, Tortoise TTS plus RVC. If you are voice cloning master, this pipeline is there. It is basically a AI model which is useful for voice cloning. So yes, personally I want to share one of my own personal experience regarding the use case of these local AI models. So during summer vacation, I was just scrolling videos on YouTube, and there I came across with a YouTube short video on which the speaker was explaining how to use AI model and we can create our own comic book. So I was quite fascinated with the idea. I was thinking like, my own comic book, let's go. I will make my own comic book and I will be artist. I will create my own manga. So I was dreaming, imagining, and many stories was there in my mind. So I want to bring it on picture, in reality, in book form, physical form. So I just done some research, and I found that I need to use Stable Diffusion model to achieve this goal. So I done some research. So I finally installed, after hours of hard work, Stable Diffusion on my computer. And when I tried to install it, when I launched that model, I tried to produce an image too. So when I done it, it gave me error. So the error was CUDA out of memory error. So I have done some couple of more Google searches, and I found that this error was coming because my GPU is not capable enough to run this model. In simple words, my computer is not capable enough to run this model. And just like that, nearly 500 million people in India use a smartphone, and we have 7 million people user's PC with 4 GB RAM, that means they have a low-end PC. And if we are talking about numbers, by the year 2026, this number is going to be increased to 1 billion. So nearly billions of people does not have the access to this model. And I was just thinking that is there a world where AI creativity has no limitation, no bonds, a world where anybody can use any kind of AI model they want, a world where the creativity has the maximum freedom. And then I came across with the idea of using artificial intelligence along with cloud computing. So cloud computing is basically delivery of computer services over the internet, and again it is divided into three subcategories, that is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. For this particular solution we are going to use SaaS, software as a service. And how the solution is going to work out? So first, if I imagine myself as a user, then as a user I will select any particular AI model to use, and then that particular AI model is going to be made run on a distant computer which is located in the server. We say these they are known as cloud computers. So with the help of cloud computing technology, we are going to connect our cloud computers to the user's local PC or mobile device, it does not matter. We are just going to connect it, and then with the help of screen sharing technology or screen sharing methods, we are going to provide access to these local AI models to the user. That means that you as a user you don't need to install that model, but yes, you can use that model in your own computer system, and you can produce whatever content you want to produce from that model, and you can do whatever you want to do. So it can be seen as that if you are a gamer, if you play games, so you can play games without installing it. So it is very simple. And then if by using this technology we can provide majority of the people can get access to this local AI models with the help of cloud computers, and then millions of people will get the access to it, and we can see many creative ideas which will become the picture of realities, and many people can achieve their creative goals or whatever they want to achieve with the help of these AI models. And then we can see wonders. So my aim is to create a world where wonders are available at the fingertips. Thank you. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and just suggest that we should go like this presentation kind of videos. So just give some suggestion on improvement of our videos. We will meet you in our next video for sure. Goodbye.